Good day, I am Michelle D. La Sala, base BFM3A, and today I will discuss my choosing article in Law on Partnership. The three articles I choose in Law on Partnership are Article 1780, Article 1781, and Article 1782. Article 1780, a universal partnership of profits comprises all that the partners may require by their industry or work during the existence of the partnership. Movable or immovable property which each of the partners may possess at the time of the celebration of the contract shall continue to pertain exclusively to each, only the use of rock passing to the partnership. So it means they will only earn when they work. What they earn from the work they will do is what they will share the profits with. Their division will only be the income through industry, and their movable or immovable properties will still be the exclusive property of the owner. For example, if I am going to contribute a car, then it will be a part of the property. But when the discussion is only through all profits, the ownership of a car is still mine, and the only thing that will go to my partnership is usufruct, which means he or she can use my car, but the partnership we had cannot get full ownership of the car. Which are not included. First, ownership of present and future property. Only the profits and income and the usufruct of the same. So, it means that the ownership of the present and future property cannot be obtained. The only thing that can be obtained here is usufruct, or it can only be used, but the ownership will be retained by the original owner. Second is profits acquired through chance. Profits acquired only through change and not industry are not included. For example, I won the lottery and then my partner tried to share 50% because we form a universal partnership of all the income. But I did not agree with her because what I won in the lottery was only by chance, and it is not allowed to be considered as profit that will share as a partnership, because it says here that the partnership through profit must be the division of profits through industry or work. So lottery profits not acquired because we do not work for it, but it is just a chance that we won, so it is not considered. The third one is fruits of property subsequently acquired. This one can only be acquired if stated in their stipulation. So it means when they have properties acquired after that with the permission of the property, it cannot be considered a use or property of the partnership. But he can still use the partnership when they have a discussion with their permission. So that's what it says if it is stated in their stipulation, so that the partners can discuss that if they include the result of their assets to be acquired. So it still depends on them, but as a general rule, it is not necessary. It just depends on the partnership. The second is Article 1781. Articles of universal partnership entered into without specification of its nature only constitute a universal partnership of profits. So, in these articles, if the articles of universal partnership are doubtful or unclear, then the presumption is that it is a universal partnership of all profits, because a universal partnership of all profits required less obligation and is less onerous, since the partners get to retain ownership over the property that will contribute. So, If it is not identified if it is a universal partnership of profits or of all properties, its classification will be all profits. So if you do not say or identify your partnership, if it is for all profits or through all properties, it will be classified as for all profits. The reason is that the obligation is leased here because the ownership is returned to the original partners. So as I said earlier, who contributed that property, the partnership can be used, but ownership is still with the original owner. Unlike all properties, when the two of you contribute, the ownership of that property will go directly to your partnership. So here, in all profits, the obligation is least because the system does not bend too much. The third one is Article 1782. Persons who are prohibited from giving each other any donation or advantage cannot enter into universal partnership. So it is said that there are prohibited donations that are not allowed to be entered into universal partnership, but they can also be entered into particular partnerships. So why prohibited? First, it is the nature of contribution in a universal partnership like a donation. It means that there are people who are not allowed to receive donations like husband and wives. In Article 87 provides prohibition of donation between spouses except moderate gifts. Basically, the law says that spouses are not allowed to donate each other. Why? Because they are also the only ones who own their properties. For example, he and I are married. So, if I donate a lot of property to him, it seems like nonsense because in the eyes of the law, my property is also his property. Another reason, in Article 739, not Article 73, provides the following donation as void. Between person guilty of adultery or concubinage when the donation was made. So, for example, when you have a mistress, it is illegal to donate property to your mistress. It's called adultery when a woman finds another partner, which is unlawful. Concubinage is when the husband finds another partner. So, you and your spouse are conjugal. So, it means like you're just cheating on her or him. It is called prohibit because you are using your partner's property to give it to your mistress, which is unlawful. Next, between person found guilty the same criminal offenses. So, for example, Robert and Sarah are drug pushers. Their donation in each other is void because they contribute a donation to each other. So in the eyes of the law, that is illegal. Next is made to public officer or his wife, descendants and ascendants by reason of his office. So it means you are not allowed to donate to public servants because if you do, it seems that the person who will be running is indebted to you, which can affect her or his decision by the government. So for example, if I provide money to the candidate for mayor who will represent my community, everything I desire to happen in our community must follow him if he wins. He is therefore prohibited for this reason. And that's all, thank you. Again, this is Michelle De La Sala from GSB FM 3. Have a nice day.